I don't know if you can hear this, but the kids upstairs are really playing hard. That's a fun thing about living in the basement apartment, huh? Fun. Hello everyone, I'm Kim the MadTinkerer, and let's talk E3 2019. Yeah, if you came here expecting some deep input or top 10 list or top 30 list like some of the things I've seen, yeah, no. This is more of a casual thing. Something I've been thinking about, so these are my own little thoughts and predictions. What the hell's that word? Predictions, and what I've seen, what to expect. It's shaping up to be an interesting E3, with Sony and EA not having conferences this year, shaping to have their own little play areas to show their games and future prospects. But that doesn't mean there's not a lot to go through. Holy shit, there's a lot. And enough to make this a very games-filled E3. So everyone, sit down, relax, grab your beverage, I know I have, and let's just go over these conferences and what to expect from this year's E3. But first, let's see what's actually going to happen. We got it starting on Saturday, June 9th, with Xbox E3 briefing, Microsoft's conference at 4 PM Eastern Time. After that, it's Bethesda's turn at 8:30 PM, followed closely by Devolver Digital's big fancy craft conference at 10 PM. That's gonna be a fun one. And on Monday, June 10th, we got the PC Gaming Show at 1 PM, Ubisoft Live at E3 at 4 PM, and Square Enix's at 9 PM. And on June 11th, at 12 PM, we get Nintendo's Direct. So let's start from the top, shall we? Microsoft. I'm expecting a lot from Microsoft. They had a pretty good showing last year, and on the gaming front, they've been steadily building themselves up, even though I still have no reason to buy an Xbox. At all. And in the end, I'm expecting a lot of games, basically. Not a lot of hardware, but games and software. Especially after boasting after acquiring, 5 studios? Several of them pretty high ranking. Let's see. Yep. They acquired 5 studios. Undead Labs, the ones that made State of Decay, Playground Games, which made Forza Horizon, Compulsion Games, who made We Happy Few, and Ninja Theory for their Hellblade. And they also got a new studio called The Initiative. And considering how many games they announced last year, this year could be a lot. So I'm expecting at least something from each and one of those companies. What can we expect? Well, for one, we can expect Gears of War 5. They announced it last year, but since then we haven't seen anything. Or at least very little. So I'm expecting full gameplay, maybe even the release date. At least something that's better than the Funko Pop thing that they showed last year. And then there's Gears Tactics. Did that actually come out? Really don't know. But we can't talk about Gears without talking about Halo. Last year they showed off their Halo Infinite, and god damn it if I'm not excited to see what they might show next. Little is said is little is heard. So this year I hope they're gonna show gameplay, new trailer, just show something. Anything would be nice at this point. And then of course with Halo we got the Master Chief Collection. It is coming out for PC, and they did announce that Reach was gonna be a part of that package. So odds are they're gonna show something from it to up the hype a little bit. And considering its growing popularity? Well, at least popularity in my friends list. We got Sea of Thieves. That game has steadily been growing, and I can't really look away from the fact that there might be a couple more expansions coming out. And honestly, I'm all for it. If people like it, people like it. I played a little bit of it, I liked it. and more content is always wanted. So let's see if they keep supporting their little pirate game. Now a game that many people want is Skate 4. I mean Session. Right, Session's the game they got. They only showed a little bit last year, and since then it's been nothing. And can't deny that a new skateboarding game would be quite fitting now. It's been so long since the last one. Hopefully we'll be seeing gameplay, a new trailer, and maybe even a release date. Oh, one thing we never saw coming last year. Battletoads. Oh man, I never played Battletoads when it came out. I kept hearing stories about how difficult it was and how fun the gameplay was. Kind of an oxymoron, but hey, people liked it. I can't deny I'm not a little intrigued to see what they might come up with. Is this a new remake or a new game entirely? Only time will tell, and hopefully they will show us. On to another hyped game is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This game looks beautiful, and hopefully we'll see even more this E3. I never played Ori, and I'm fun time for it, but the visuals were always breathtaking. And then what I remember from seeing Let's Plays, the intro was devastating. Why is just this series that seems incredibly adorable, incredibly awe-inspiring, and also incredibly depressing and sad? I can't wait to see what's gonna come next. This is a game I forgot a little about. Dying Light 2. I love Dying Light 1. It was just fun. Little zombie parkour game. But seeing Dying Light 2 and who's writing it and the names behind it, I can't deny being a little hyped. Who knew we were still a bit hyped for zombie games? Other rumors we've been hearing a little bit about and teased here and there is Fable, the new Fable game. And considering they canceled the other game that we're making, what was it? Let's see, Fable Legends, yeah. Considering that was cancelled, we heard little teasings about a new Fable coming out. Hell, even some people really want Fable 2 remastered. Just anything Fable-like. Me, I can give or take it. Fable's been... The only really good Fable game has been the first Fable. Fable 2 was fun, but I have my gripes with that game. Fable 3 I never bothered. Then there's that Kinect game. Honestly, Fable is just a series that can go either way. But doesn't mean I'm not as excited to see what might come. Another rumor is a new BioShock. Ooh, that would be a fun one. BioShock is just that series. I loved Infinite, and I consider that one of my most favorite games. And hell, the original BioShocks were just, dripping with atmosphere. I love the styles. And considering the last BioShock game was in 2013, we are ripe for a new one. But what will it be? We've been underwater, we've been up in the sky. Where will it take us next? Either way, it's gonna be a trip. Here's hoping something gets announced. And one thing to expect is more of this Xbox-Nintendo partnership. Nobody expected Cuphead to come to the Switch, and many are really interested to see what might come from this little partnership. Some even say maybe it's gonna be Halo on Switch. I'm not sure about that one, though it could work. Halo Combat Evolved on Switch, I'd triple dip. But that partnership could also mean that any game they show could also end up on the Switch. Considering Hellblade and Cuphead, we could see more Xbox properties end up on Switch. To be honest, I just want Rare. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Can we get that on Switch, please? I never had it on Nintendo. I only had the Live and Reloaded on original Xbox. Rare Collection on Switch. Boom. That's what we want. That's what I want. That'd be an insta-buy. Some other rumors that have been talked about is basically software news. And many, myself included, is interested in seeing what's gonna happen with the Game Pass. Some even say it's gonna be on Switch. Game Pass on Switch. Or at least a much bigger library. Maybe announcing even more games. Just simple stuff like that. But only time will tell. Either way, Microsoft might just have what it takes to win E3. if we still do that. Are we still doing that? Are we still winning and losing E3? Is that a thing we do? I don't know anymore. Bethesda. Ooh, this could be fun. Yeah, we're all good. We all want it. We all want it. I mean, we're all thinking it. We all want it. Doom Eternal. Gameplay, trailer, release date, all of it. Just give us the goodness. Give us it. See that shit. More fun stuff like that. More people scared of him. More blood, more gore. Rip and tear. More Andrew WK. Okay, just gonna say, the crowd wasn't exactly loving it, but I was. A lot of people was. Just freaking get ready to die on stage. That was kind of cool. More weird stuff, please. Other than that, well, let's see. They do need to gain some favors, considering Fallout 76. Anybody else think that's gonna go free to play? I know they made a statement saying it was not going into free to play, but that was in January. That game has not gone well. Another thing I would love to see is any footage from Wolfenstein Youngblood. We've seen only a couple of trailers. Any information at this point would just add to the hype. I mean, Wolfenstein was awesome. Wolfenstein Old Blood was decent, and New Colossus was... it was fun. It was weird how they did the whole weakness thing, but it was fine. It was fun. It had some cool areas, and hopefully we'll get to see more of that in the next one. Not to mention, BJ Blazkowicz's daughters just seem like a pair of awesome ladies. Other than that from Bethesda, well, there are their new games. Elder Scrolls and Starfield. They showed snippets last year. Maybe those snippets are a little bit longer this time, and with a trailer and soundtrack, and just show us something. Show us what Starfield is. Show us something that will take our eyes off the Outer Worlds. Even though Outer Worlds looks freaking awesome, even though it's on Epic Games Store. And show us at least something from Elder Scrolls. Could be just behind the scenes, like they had that little trailer back then. Just anything to show that this is something cool. This is the next big thing, you know? Other than that, I'm basically expecting more stuff for their online, their Elder Scrolls online game, which is a fun game, and hopefully Elder Scrolls Eternal for Switch. They said it was gonna come, and since then I've started playing it. It's a good game. It's fun. It's a fun card game. They said it was gonna be on Switch. Come on. Devolver Digital. Oh boy. Can you call those things conferences anymore? They seem like gigantic skits.
Future. Shut your mouth, you miserable piece of human garbage! Shit! Let's get this nonsense started.
It's just filled with madness, and the last one just... what was that? I know it was RoboCop references, but what's gonna happen this one? Basically, all I'm expecting from Devolver Digital is a very entertaining conference. If you can call it that, and a lot of fun games. They always have such interesting games to show off. And they always try to like show some originality. I mean, if you look at the games library or what they've been doing, it's all different. There are very few, there are no sequels, there are no samey stuff. It's all in some way very original. So if you're looking for interesting new content, that's a stream you're gonna want to see. What do I want? Well, I want something with Katana Zero. I just finished that game and I want more. I need more story, I need more levels. It was a very open-ended ending and I just want more of it. Then there's Metal Wolf Chaos. I mean, they showed something from that last year, and that game is weird, but I can't wait to see more. And let's not forget they also have the Serious Sam series. A new Serious Sam game is... yes, I very much want that. Or hell, the Serious Sam collection on Switch. I mean, come on, it can do that. It can do Serious Sam. You don't need that powerful of a computer to run the first couple of games. And then full collection on the Switch would be an insta-buy for me, even though I would be at that point, what, quadruple dipping? I have that game on so many platforms. So, Devolver Digital, overall gonna be a fun stream. PC Gaming Show! Oh boy! Powered by Epic Game Store. Man, the balls on these guys. Yes, we get it, Epic. You really want to be big. You want to be Steam. You want to be the big kahuna. I get it. We all get it. Jeez. But the PC Gaming Show, what to expect from this, honestly? It's PCs. New hardware, new software. AMD's doing a thing, VR. And of course, something from the Epic Game Store. I mean, they're running the thing. I really expect them to just show off what they become. So at least something from, you know, Outer Wilds, something from After Party, something from Close to the Sun, Sinking City, Control, The Outer Worlds, Bloodlines 2, Ancestors. Just... they have a very big collection of early access, soon-to-be-here games. I'm expecting a lot from every single one of these, especially Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. And then we play the first Bloodlines, it just seemed like this big, complicated RPG mess. That's probably blasphemy for some people. But the new one does seem interesting. Basically anything that will get Epic back in the good graces of the public. They have not been a good... how do I say this? They've been kind of assholes. Legal assholes, but still, come on. You really need to go this hard? Basically expect a lot of exclusive, now on Epic Game Store, followed by a little bit of booing. And we can't forget about Borderlands 3. I mean, when that thing hit exclusivity, it kinda blew up the internet. And if we get Borderlands 3, we probably also get Randy Pitchford, because if anybody is gonna show that thing off at E3, run by Epic Game Store, it's gonna be Randy Pitchford. He basically just went hard on Epic Game Store, saying it was the best thing ever. So he's not gonna throw away the chance to show Borderlands off and show his dedication to Epic. But if it means possibly some funny on-stage cringe and seeing more Borderlands 3, I'm all for it. I mean, I love the Borderlands franchise, played all of them. That said, I also am not gonna buy it on Epic because I have everything on Steam. Why would I split up the family? Another thing I bet we're gonna see is Epic showing off a new storefront. Everyone's been kind of hammering on Epic Game Store because it's such a lacking storefront. Think about it. E3, where they're kind of sponsoring the thing, and it's E3, that's the best place to just go, hey, and we updated the store! Look at this! They show us all the cool new effects and new functionality. I mean, it'd be the best place to show it. Also, I bet they're gonna just do a, hey, now everyone, look, now you have your shopping carts. Wink, wink. I will cringe a little bit harder for that if they do that. Hopefully one game we'll see at the PC Gaming Show is Cyberpunk 2077. That game looks so nice. So very nice. I would just want to wrap myself up in Cyberpunk, just drift in cyberpunkiness. That analogy doesn't work. And hopefully whoever is hosting the PC Gaming Show keeps their mouth shut about the possible Epic Game Store exclusivity with Cyberpunk. They would be booed out of the building, even as a joke. And considering they were there last time, I'm kind of expecting Digital Extremes to show off a little bit of Warframe love. Even though they have their own convention very soon after E3, which I'm totally gonna watch, I expect a little bit of, you know, hey, remember Warframe? We're still here. We're still awesome. Forget about that Fortnite. Come over here in this soothing bath filled with frames and sci-fi battling. Come on, the water's fine. Forget about the Fortnite. Join the Warframe. And I'm also expecting, you know, a little nod to World of Warcraft. Its 15th year anniversary is coming up, and Classic is coming out this year. And that is a pretty big PC gaming juggernaut. So it would be kind of dumb not to at least talk about it. Just mention, hey, happy birthday, World of Warcraft. You kind of beat every single other MMO out of the water. Well done. Yep, you gigantic bitch. Ubisoft. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. Well, that's because I'm probably the one person who likes their dancing shows they always do every year. It was so elaborate and fun. But yeah, Ubisoft. Do we hate them? I'm not sure anymore. Basically, they got a lot of stuff coming up. There are rumors about a new Splinter Cell, there's Skull and Bones, which I don't know if has been cancelled yet. I should probably check that. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Oh, that's gonna be an interesting one. Wonder if they're, you know, cut out the whole open world survival thing or whatever they're gonna do. That genre has gone kind of downhill lately. And this whole Ghost Recon Breakdown thing, redefining survival, probably gonna see a lot from that. And then there's the possibility of seeing DLC. Considering For Honor is still doing its best, and Division 2 have coming out, I expect full DLCs for both of those games. But what do I want to see from them? Well, more Nintendo stuff. Nintendo and Ubisoft have been kind of nicely buddy-buddy with each other. Their games were pretty fun. Mario & Rabbids is just... that is a game and a half. I still haven't finished that game. It's beating my ass. And then there's Starlink. It might have not been the best game, and the peripherals were... yeah, that... like many people, I got that thing from the bargain bin. But it's a really competent game, so it shows that... so it does show that Ubisoft and Nintendo can definitely play nice. And end up with some really nice games. So I'm excited to see what more they can do. Either it's a full expansion to Starlink, Mario & Rabbids 2? I'm excited. Ooh, another game. Another one I want to see? Watch Dogs 3. I loved Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 1 I didn't bother with because it was just boring looking, just drab, and the story didn't make any sense. Like, I love my niece, but holy shit, dude, what the hell? But Watch Dogs 2, that is... I play that game so many times. That is my chill out game. That's one of my chill out games. Just go in, explore the world, and chill, and cause monumental amounts of chaos with your hacking skills. It's just a fun game. And with the rumors that the next game is going to be in London, a very surveillance heavy city, ooh. As long as DedSec is still there and I can interact with the characters, I'm happy. Other than that, I'm expecting dancing, singing, the usual Ubisoft stuff. Let's hope they don't disappoint. Square Enix. I know very little here. All I know is that they better show some Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff, or people will riot. That little trailer was nice and all, but it's not gonna satiate everyone. They want their remake. I've heard that it's still gonna be episodic. I'm not really sure how it's gonna do. That game was massive. Considering how more massive it's gonna get, how are they gonna fix it? How are they gonna do episodic content with its a RPG? How are we gonna do the money, the experience? They're just gonna... what are they gonna do? Well, time will tell. Maybe I'll actually play this one. Yes, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII. You can crucify me later. I tried playing it. It was on the PSP. I didn't stick. Though that might have been because it was the PSP. Now, just get away from that. Other things, well, they do have a gigantic MMO they probably still gonna announce stuff for. New possible IPs, maybe a new Just Cause, even though the last one didn't do super well. And let's not remember that they did announce Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remaster, and a lot of people want that game. And then there's the Avengers game, the one that they showed a trailer to back in 2017. Considering the climate for superhero stuff, that's perfect to put out now. After Endgame, just give us a little more Avengers. Or maybe it's gonna be too much Avengers. I mean, Nintendo's also giving out a Nintendo Avengers Marvel game. Maybe it's gonna be too much. But it's Square Enix Avengers game. That's... just show us something from that. Show us it's not cancelled. Maybe it is cancelled. Maybe it's cancelled the minute I put this video out. Who knows? Basically, Square Enix, I know very little what you're making. You have your hands in everything. So surprise me, won't you? Nintendo. Oh boy, this is just a big, thick book of content, isn't it? Nintendo has so much potential this year. They got so much planned, and I'm afraid to see what they got unannounced. What they might just hit us with. I mean, at this point, we got Bloodstained, we got a new Metroid, hopefully. We got Bayonetta 3, hopefully. We got Link's Awakening remake, we got Luigi's Mansion 3. We hopefully get something from Animal Crossing. I swear that entire fandom's gonna implode in on itself and kill somebody. Then there's the whole thought of maybe getting a streaming service. Either Netflix or Disney Plus or Crunchyroll for all the weebs. And you can't say that's not wanted. And then there's the other games. There's like Pokemon, there's VR Labo. I really expect them to make more Labo VR, maybe a proper headset. Hell, I'm expecting a little bit of Mario Maker, considering it's coming out after E3. If they were gonna show off something shocking about Mario Maker, it would be at E3. And that's not even the end of it. We got Dragon Quest, we got Daemon X Machina, we got fucking... I'm just gonna bring up the list. We got possibly a new Pikmin. We got more Castle Crashers. So yeah, that's coming. Is that really coming out? Probably. We got Kill la Kill. We got Rune Factory, RPG Maker, God Eater, Dead by Daylight. Even though that game looks... last we saw that game didn't look good. Then there's Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. That's gonna be fun. Fire Emblem, Three Houses, Cadence of Hyrule. What's that other game? That's, ooh, what is that? Hold on. That was what it was. It was Platinum Games' Astral Chain. That thing came out of nowhere. Like, what even is that? That looks awesome! There's so much for Nintendo to come out with. It's kind of insane. And that's not even counting that they might come out with new consoles. This rumor about the Switch Mini or the Switch Macro XL, whatever, they do love making more copies of the same thing. Hell, I'm even expecting a new DS at this point. Wouldn't that shock people? And may I just offer a wild card? This is something I've been thinking about. What if Nintendo revitalized the music game genre? You know, Rock Band and Guitar Hero? Yeah, I know, that seems dumb, we don't want more plastic stuff, but just think about this, you know, Rock Band or Guitar Hero, whatever it might end up being called, Labo. It would work, wouldn't it? It would totally work. Be sets for different instruments. You buy a set for guitars, and then you just make it like the weird synth, the Misa Guitara. Just the The Switch is in the main body, and you have the controllers in the neck, and you just move that up and down to get different chords, and it would work. I don't really know how drums would work. I mean, those controllers are sensitive enough to actually be used as drumsticks, but you wouldn't need like the entire set. So how would you do that? But we already got the piano. We got the piano. That could be more, and add a little more to that, more synths and stuff. Just there's potential there. Yes, it's more cardboard, but people like that Labo stuff apparently. So it would totally work, wouldn't it? Like it would work. Like boom. This Labo, and suddenly we got music games again. To everyone's hate and malice, probably. It could work though. It surprise just, hey, we made a music game. Labo. Boom. Give us money. So yeah, Nintendo, they could basically dominate the entire thing. Potentially. It's gonna be a hard sell between, you know, them and Microsoft, considering how much Microsoft can actually show. Then we got the ones that don't have a conference this year, Sony and EA. With Sony saying something about the industry evolves, they have to look for inventive opportunities to engage the community or something. Basically, I think they used a lot of money. They used a little too much money since last time, because Jesus, last E3. Like, that was weird for Sony. That was... They had a... Like, do you remember that? They had this little townhouse to show Last of Us, and then they had to pause the conference to put everyone back in an actual conference hall. It took so long to do as well. And then all the production value, and they just did a lot with not a lot last year. So maybe they're just trying to, you know, they got nothing big in the works, except for, you know, a console that's, you know, people are talking about. But I think that's next year. There's no way they're gonna have not a conference and then show the console. Just be on the show floor like, yeah, there's Last of Us 2, there's Death Stranding, there's Medieval, and in the middle there, that's your new console. Just take pictures. Yep, coming out next year. No, that's not gonna happen. They're gonna wait until next year for that. Potentially. But Sony does have a lot of stuff, though. You know, the Medieval remake, Death Stranding, if you can call that anything. That's just... Death Stranding is just an art piece at this point. They're definitely gonna show and have playable The Last of Us 2. After what they did last year, they can't not have it. Then you got the Ghost of Tsushima. That looks awesome. More VR. Like, I have a PSVR. I love the thing. They really need to show more love to that thing. Hell, E3 even has an entire showcase for VR. It's gonna be an entire thing called the Upload VR 3D Showcase. So hopefully they're gonna show off a little bit of VR there. But then there's other stuff like Control, Twin Mirror, stuff they showed last year, but we haven't seen anything of. Neo 2, hopefully gonna be seen playable. Neo 1 was fun. And then there's the potential of a new Resident Evil remake. People loved the second one, and people have been chomping on the bits hoping to see, what was it, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis remade in the same engine? Again, an entire series I never played as a kid, but Resident Evil 2 was just so well made and so well received. It'd be dumb not to do that too. And then there are the sequels. Like, you look me in the eye and say you wouldn't like a Horizon Zero Dawn 2. And then there's the other exclusives like God of War or Spider-Man. Even though those games were pretty big and might not see anything more out of that, considering how long God of War took to make. But, you know, Sony could surprise us with this. Just shock us, really. And I can't wait and see what they do, even though they're not a full conference. They still have the potential to show us some really cool shit. Or, in Death Stranding case, some really weird shit. EA. It's in the game. It's not in the game anymore. That's a lie. Oh man, I am really not expecting anything from EA. Like, the only things I know about EA right now is their Jedi Fallen Order game. That's really all I'm expecting to see. They've had so many bad things lately in this year, and last year, they gotta show something to get in the good graces again. Even Apex Legends is failing. Well, not failing, it's calming down. It's not the super game it was in the beginning. Other than that, I hope I see something from Sea of Solitude. That game looks fun. And then there's Dragon Age 4. That game can either make or break BioWare at this point. After Anthem? After what Anthem became? Hell, I'm kind of expecting them to say, hey, Anthem is free to play now. Go play it. But Dragon Age 4 could be the coffin in BioWare's coffin. I was gonna say something else. Nail in the coffin. How did I fuck that up? Holy shit. And other than that, they got Sims, Madden, I guess? Yeah, Madden NFL 20. Are there really 20 of those fucking games? No, wait, right, they go from year to year. Right. Can you tell them don't play sports games? Oh boy, what do I expect from EA? Anything. And nothing. I have low expectations. The only thing I want to see more of is Jedi Fallen Order and Sea of Solitude. Dragon Age, they can use as much time as they want. I have bad feelings about that one. I think a lot of people do. It's basically just wait and see. Then there are the things I'm not really sure about. I keep hearing about Netflix are going to the game industry and making games. That could go either way with Netflix these days. But hey, maybe. Maybe they got something like, I have no idea. I canceled my Netflix subscription like nearly a year ago, so I have no idea. I did subscribe a little bit to see the second season of Castlevania, and I don't think they're gonna make a Castlevania game. That's... Oh, new Castlevania game. That'd be a fun thing to suddenly release. But for that you need Konami not to be assholes, so you know. That'd be an interesting shock to see. I think Bloodstain's the new Castlevania for this generation anyway. And then there's this Atari console. Yeah, anybody remember this thing? The Atari VCS console. Yeah, that is a thing, I guess. I mean, it might show. I mean, they did delay. It was supposed to be out by early 2019. But in March, they announced that they were going to delay the launch to the end of 2019, meaning it could end up at E3. But I have no idea. Like, the Atari console, I mean, it's very nice looking, but I keep seeing this thing going the way of the Ouya. Ouya? Ouya? That weird... You know what I'm talking about. What else? Well... But there's this rumor about Ninja Theory's new game, The Bleeding Edge, or whatever it's called. Not much is said. But that could be a fun one. I think that's Microsoft's. Oh yeah, that's definitely announced for E3. So that's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be interesting seeing what Ninja Theory's been working on. Maybe it's a sequel to Heavenly Blade. Oh, am I kidding? Oh, man. So yeah, E3 2019 is shaping up to be an interesting year in gaming. This wasn't a full list. There's probably a ton more I haven't even looked at or thought about. But honestly, this is just what I know. But this was also just this little casual look on E3 and what we might potentially see. So what are your predictions? What do you want to see? What do you think is gonna be the wild card of this E3? What's gonna be the shocker? What's gonna make people go, wow, this E3? And what do you expect of the bomb of the conference? What if you come up with anything? Put in the comments. Tell me what you want! Tell me what you want! What do you expect? What do you hope? What are your hopes, your dreams, your wants, your desires? Tell me I'm not judging. Unless it's like a new Bubsy game or something. I might judge you a little bit for that. But in the end, we really just have to wait and see. Maybe nothing will happen. Maybe everything will happen. Maybe something completely unknown and fascinating and kind of strange. I think I just described anything that Kojima might show us. I'm terrified of that man, and inspired by that man. But, like everyone else on the internet, I will be uploading reaction videos to the conferences. Yeah, I know. Real fucking creative, huh? But hey, it's an easy video and it's interesting. I like watching them. And with that, my name's Kim, the MadTinkerer, and this has been whatever my dumb little ideas and predictions for E3 2019. Have a good one, everyone.